one's intentions, then he has to be careful. He or she has to be careful about his confusions. But in the present day society, in the background of your background, what you can do, you can achieve your intended things. Is it possible? Somebody is married, somebody is not married. So the intention is different because that gives a different picture. Again, in a society, if you want something and is not able to do it, then your interest will fall flat. If you are not able to do it. So, social conditionings are also there to determine, fix it on your, fix your interest. Your interest, you are in the society. Whatever your interest is there, if you are not possible to do it, take it up. Then interest falls flat. So, that is why so many conditions, considerations are there to go on, move on with your interest. So that is why he says, watch it, what can be done. Even if something of interest is there, not possible to work it out, then the interest falls flat. So that is what I want to mention. That is watchfulness to discover everything.
Amazing.
Watchfulness is necessary. What? Intention is not possible because you are in the society. Interest. Particular interest. Carry out with your interest. Carry on with your interest. It may not be possible in the circumstances you are living. So that is what he says from social reform and religious engagement, etc., etc., she has been talking about. That which can give us satisfaction. So, in the third paragraph, it is there. What is the cause of the fear? In third paragraph, she says, now I am afraid to act. The fear of doing more harm than good has caused me to withdraw from all save the minimum of action. That means some fear factor is there. To go on with your interest, work on with your interest. So that is there. So all these factors are there in the social conditions. Interest. You might be interested in painting, but conditions may not allow you to do that. Economical conditions, social conditions, family conditions, they may dictate that you change your interest, financial conditions, etc. So all these things are there that you carry on with your interest in the world. So interest is not a very easy thing. Carry on with your interest is not very easy thing to be taken up. That's all these factors have to be seen. Arouse the value of interest in life. That is self-knowing. If you know yourself, then probably will go in the right direction, move in the right direction. And there will be wisdom. And there can be meditation, etc., etc. What is as far as K was interested, but other person's interest is very, very narrow. Probably K's interest was for the benefit of the whole world. Think that you are the world. Be sure that you are the world, you are not individual. So interest for an individual may be according to his interest, that is to his what is he will be helpful, or he will be satisfied with that interest, he or she. But it is individualistic interest. I don't know what is the topic in this book, in this reading. Obviously, he tells that you find out, watch it, watchfulness, to discover the real. To discover the real. So, in the surroundings, where you are put. In the last paragraph, he says, if I may put it in this way, you are not seeking your real interest, but being in a passively watchful state. The real interest will show itself. That means, the woman was confused about his interest or interest. So he says that you be watchful, watchful. If I may put in this way, you are not seeking your real interest, but being in a passively watchful state. The real interest will show itself. So watchful state, watching is necessary to find out the real interest. If you try to find out your real interest, what your real interest is, you will choose one as against another. You will weigh, you will calculate, you will judge. This process only cultivates opposition. You spend your energies wondering if you have chosen rightly, and so on. But when there is passive awareness and not a positive effort on your part to find, then into that awareness comes the movement of interest. So passively you must be aware. There is awareness for everybody, but we don't use it. So be passively aware and not a positive effort on your part to find. Then into that awareness comes the movement of interest. Awareness. One should be aware on the surroundings also. Exactly not what one thinks the best, but what can be done in the surroundings, environment. That is also a great factor. So experiment with this and you will see, K says, experiment with this conclusion. When there is passive awareness and not a positive effort on your part to find, then into that awareness comes the movement of interest. Experiment with this and you will find out, you will see. So, interest is not, cannot be worked out because you are in the world. So many factors are there around you, within you, and around you. And with time also it changes. With time also it changes. So all these things can be found out by passive awareness. At a particular time, what your interest is, real interest is, can be found out if one is aware. The movement of interest comes up into that awareness stage. So the lady says, if I am not too hasty, I think I am beginning to sense my genuine interest. Sense my genuine interest. There is a vital quickening, a new elan. She finds out something from the talks. She was confused throughout her life. Teaching, religion, social action, social works, regimes, to which regimes she will go to give her happiness. Confused, thoroughly confused. So the final thing is that you must, the process only cultivates opposition. If you try to find out what your real interest is, you will choose one against another. You will weigh, calculate, judge. So this will not help you. This process only cultivates opposition. Opposition. You spend your energy wondering if you have chosen rightly, and so on. But when there is passive awareness and not a positive effort on your part to find, then into that awareness comes the movement of interest. So that is the solution he gives. To me, as I have told, this interest depends upon whether it can be carried out, depends upon the environment, time, various factors, life, conditions, etc., etc.
He is saying choice is confusion.
Confusion, it is confusion. And you might have some interest, but it cannot carry it out.
Right.
Work it out. Because it is so, the world is so clumsy.
Yes.
So you cannot find out, you cannot move ahead with your interest only. Because you are not, so many factors are, are there in life. So you have to modify your interest from time to time.
What did you think of the Bobby Fischer example that Queen gave? The example of the chess players. Then they gave the example of Michael Jordan. He was a great basketball player.
That's an interest. That is probably He wanted to play and he went.
No, Michael Jordan was so good that when I reached USA and I saw him on TV, I realized, oh, this is how basketball is played, because we never saw that in India. He's 6 feet 6 inches tall, which makes him the shortest player in NBA, not the tallest. 6 feet 6 inches, and is kind of the shortest player. But he flies a little in the air and then throws the ball. So they were talking about Michael Jordan. It came up from the Bobby Fischer example that Quinn gave, who was a world champion, I think, American.
It was his interest.
So people want to be like Bobby Fischer, but they can't be, right? People want to be like Michael Jordan, but they can't be. People want to be like a CEO, whatever, Bill Gates or Elon Musk maybe nowadays, but they can't be. So what do they do?
The interest কথা এটা পড়ছি না interest to go high up in the business field.
Yes.
Field.
Yes.
That is the intention. এটা কোন চ্যাপ্টার ଥିଲା?
The title is interest.
Interest. My interest is to go very high up in the business. So for that you can work hard under various circumstances. This fellow is talking. তার ইন্টারেস্ট কোন ଥିଲା? রিলিজন ଥିଲା, কিন্তু সে রিলিজন she was not happy because of probably various confusions in various religions.
Yes.
What she will adopt. So isms also she has told that I want to take up some ism, communism, socialism, etc., etc. He was not also satisfied in there, because one ism you adopt, people of other isms will fight with you.
Yeah.
So going to some ism is not also, probably it will give him happiness, might not be his interest. Interest means that avocation that you will take up, where you will be satisfied, that will give you happiness. That is the root of every interest. I have got my interest, but it will be hampered by social effect to carry it out. So, Sihitmai kaile awareness, be watchful. Perceive awareness, the interest, what type of work?
So when you are always watching, are you not choosing?
No, choiceless watching, choiceless observation, watching, not choosing. Then that you will watch everything, and you will finalize about your interest. You will have to finalize. Suppose you are in the field of business, then you can think of moving up and up. But if you are not in the field of business, that type of intention or interest is an absurdity.
Right. But people think they are in business when they are not.
And not. Business.
One has to be clear what one might be foot soldier
foot soldier.
in a
But,
big company, but think
foot
that's
somehow man wants to rise up in wherever field he is.
that's correct.
That gives him satisfaction. That becomes his interest. He
Yes.
or her. So that's why she tells that watch. Watch means watch everything, your circumstances, your conditions, etc. What you can do, you cannot do now. You cannot act with your age. Age is a factor, capability is a factor,
Mhm.
monetary support is a factor, and encouragement from your family side also is a factor. All these things should be seen, that is watch. Watch, be passively aware.
Passively aware. So you have to actively watch but be passively aware.
Actively ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗାରେ ପଶିଯିବ, ପାସିବଲି ଆୱାର ହେଲେ ଜଣା ପଡ଼ିବ ଜିନିଷଟା କ'ଣ, କେଉଁଟା ପସିବଲ୍ ହେବ ତୁମ ପାଇଁ।
What is possible for you? Yeah.
ଇଣ୍ଟେନସନ୍କୁ ନେବ ବା ଇଣ୍ଟରେଷ୍ଟ ତୁମର କେଉଁଟା will be effective.
Yes. Yeah.
ସେ ପିଲାଟା କହିଲା ଚାକିରି ବାକିରି କମ୍ପାନୀ ସହଜ କଥା ହେଇଛି, କମ୍ପାନୀ ଉପରକୁ ଉଠିବା, so many factors are there.
But some people are able to do it. Like
Some are there. Some are
they are
there.
born with those qualifications.
ତୁମେ ଯଦି ରାଗିଯିବ ଟିକେ ଟିକେ କଥାରେ ତାକୁ ସମ୍ଭାଳି ନେବ ନାହିଁ, କରିପାରିବନି କିଛି।
Right.
He carried on with his duties almost mechanically, going through the daily routine with very boredom. There was no longer any rest, any jest in what he did. So dissatisfied he is both of, and the drive which he had once felt, was completely gone. वो drive नहीं लगा। He had been religiously inclined, so religious, some certain religion, religiously inclined, and had striven to bring about certain reforms in his religion. But that too had dried up.
Yeah.
He saw no value in any particular action. ତୁ ଯେଉଁ କଥା କହିଲୁ, ତୁ ଚାକିରି ଗୁଡ଼ା କରିଥିଲୁ, are not satisfied because they are some sort of scam house. ତୁ ଜାଣୁଛୁ ସେ ସ୍କାମିଂ କରୁଛି, ଇଏ କରୁଛି, ଚାକିରି କରିବା ବୋଲି ରହୁଛ।
Right.
It was
I almost made a movie in Hollywood called The Scam House.
So it was making you very much dissatisfied in your work. So in that work, how can you move up? ଠକମାନେ କେବଳ ସେଭଳିଆ କାମରେ ଉପରକୁ ଉଠିବେ। So that is the thing, the work where you are, if that doesn't give you satisfaction, and if from the very beginning the program is not honest, you can't move on with that. So many factors are there. In teaching also, somebody makes खुशामद खुशामद मनावत करी ऊपर उठ जाए. In spite of then so many factors are there, not that is your qualification, your hard work does not count if other factors are there to because in a group you are working and you want your elevation at the proper time, but if it is not, then you are dissatisfied, frustrated. So that happens in so many work atmospheres because you are working with in a group. So all factors have to be seen. That is what watching. That is called watching.